Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. You know, it's JJ with you once again. We're going to get to the top news before we dive into the special thing of graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. Let's dive into the news. It seems that on yesterday, on January the 30th, 2025, there was a long line outside of Micro Center. People were lined up, 74, 75, maybe 100 people were lined up around the corner. Turned around, they were going to get their favorite GPU called the RTX 5090 from NVIDIA. Well, to break the bad news to them, that the manager walked out of the store and said to them, we only got a limited amount of GPUs for the 5090s. We only got like 4 or 5 of them. And don't forget your drink and snacks, by the way. I'm going to need it. So, and it started raining out there as well. So them having to fight the rain, the sleet, the snow, the cold weather, and everything else. Just to find out when they get to the door, there are no 4090s, or I was about to say 4090s. Yeah, we might as well just say, well, there's none either. So, you know, depends on where you shop, but there isn't any. There's no 5090s. So, keeping that in mind, that about when people heard the bad news, about 40 of them just took off and went home. Tried their best bet with Best Buy, which was a dump. So, needless to say, some of them were there for the 5080s, and they might have gotten their hands on a 5080. So, regardless of it all, AIB partner cards, you might as well forget it, because everything is reading all around the books. Amazon, Newegg, Micro Center, all the big box stores are just telling everybody, no, we're not going to have any right now. And then NVIDIA puts out a statement, well, we're going to be releasing more GPUs in a month. So they said a month. Some people, I heard from a couple good friends telling me that it's not going to be until after March on some of the 5090s and maybe the 5080s. If you're lucky. But, you know, in truth and reality, what they should have done was stocked up on the 5080s, held off on the 5090s before they did the launch. So that way they have a good abundance of them. So this way, you know, everybody gets their hands on it. And finding out they only had like maybe 60,000 5080s spread around the whole world. And about 40 to 50,000 5090s spread around the whole world. Some big box stores didn't get them because it was the lottery with NVIDIA picking and choosing who they want to have them sell the GPUs to. So basically, they pick and choose, but comes to another story, which we'll save it for the end. So you got to make sure you stay to the end to find out what that amazing, wild story I got cooking. So I'm not going to tell you now. You're just going to have to wait to the end. But needless to say, in the United States, there's probably going to be about maybe 5,000 happy customers. Maybe. Overall, they got a 50 series. But if you didn't get a 50 series, then you best to hold your 40 series until you can get a 50 series. But I would not sell your 40 series. Because here's the good news for the 40 series holders, which I am. I got the 4070. NVIDIA stepped up the game on the software and introduced some new software for the 40 series line, even though they discontinued it out of production. And it seems like it's good news for everybody that's got a 40 series card. I don't know how well it's going to play on the 4060 with all the new uplifts that NVIDIA is giving with the 40 series GPUs, the 4060s, but some people are stating that it's not that great. Well, it's not going to be that great because you don't have enough VRAM on that card, number one. And number two, I've always been telling everybody for, God knows, probably almost 2 years, that the 4070 is the way to go. Ooh, got an itch. And yes, I'm letting it grow back too, guys. I'm growing the beard back as usual for 2025. And I'm growing some hair back too, just to let you know. Maybe NVIDIA can grow some graphics cards. Maybe. I'm hoping they do. Because if they have a heart, then, they would think about their most prominent, their most awesome reviewers. Hopefully I'm in that bracket, but, you never know. So, why don't we go ahead and just jump into graphics card nightmares and see what I have cooking. As we made it to the desktop like usual, let's go ahead and crack open DuckDuckGo. Like we always do, we'll run through it really quick. And let me move the microphone. Y'all can hear me move the microphone because I know this microphone is very, very, very touchy. So let's go to, what did I say? Amazon. That's what we're going to. And we're going to spread the world on Amazon. And we're going to go and hit the computers. And then the graphics card for gaming PCs. And let's see what comes off of the top. There's no sense. There's no sense. And I'm going to bring this back really quick. So, and look, you guys can bust me for the mouse cursor too. So, let me get the mouse cursor and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the mouse cursor. Well, what I was trying to point out to you guys was there's no sense of me looking at the 50 series right now because they have none for sale. We all know the prices are jacked up, so wait until next week. Well, if we see any, then we'll let you know. But I don't think we're going to see any because they sold out within 15 minutes yesterday. So, let's get back to it, shall we? All right, now we're back to it. I got the big mouse cursor. I promised y'all I'd get it out there. I got it out there. So keep that in mind. All right, 3060. I know nobody's going to buy right now. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you pay $294 for the 3060, then you might as well get a B580. Even though. And the 4070 OC version, it's from Asus for $589. Wait till February when they launch the 5070. I almost said 4070, which I would. They relaunch it again and give it 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and give it some love and give it GDDR7. That would be even spectacular. So, would have been more spectacular if they did the 4070 Super with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That would have been even better. For the same price they did it for the 4070. That would be well worth switching up my graphics card from a 4070 to a 4070 Super. But I stayed with the 4070 and the 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and mine's an Asus Dual RTX, NVIDIA RTX 4070. OC version. That means overclock version. If you see an OC on there, where this says right here OC, that's overclock version. I like the overclock versions. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of the Founders Edition. Because looking at some people talk about the benchmarks and stuff, it looks like that, the OC versions of the 50 series, the 5090, seems to be a little bit more stronger in performance than the Founders Edition. A lot of people said, well, the Founders Edition is stronger than the OC version. No, they're not. No, they're not. I already tell you, a few reviewers already found that out. It took them this long to figure it out, but I already knew what the real deal is. It's everybody was boosting the Founders Edition, the FE model, was because they were trying to make the company look good. And, they were doing such a disservice, it's unbelievable. So, I'm not doing you a disservice. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to keep it right to being real, the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. So, that's the positive thing about me. And if you find information and call me out on it, then leave a comment below on the video. Be more than happy to call me out on it. I'll be more than happy to respond back to you. So, looking at all these graphics cards, these are just the beginner models, like the low versions. I don't know if you're going to spend $404 on a 7700 XT, but I can tell you, if you're going to spend that kind of money on a graphics card, you're best off to wait until the 7800 XT comes out to be $429 like they had it a couple months back. 7800 XT is better than the 7700 XT. One, it's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. If you're looking for a decent card in the 7000 series generation, I'm always going to. I bought the 7800 XT, tested it against my 4070, and with it running equal in rasterization, then what I found out was that when I turned on ray tracing, 7800 XT was lost. But if you're looking for a good rasterization card, 7800 XT might be for you. But if you're looking for ray tracing, you're looking for an NVIDIA graphics card. I mean, you're seriously going to be looking for an NVIDIA graphics card. And when we get to the end, I'll explain to you the reason why you don't want to buy on a certain website right now, because it's going to do you no good. I let a little bit of the cat out of the bag for you. But this is 8 gigabyte version for $439. That's just ridiculous. 3050. Well, I can tell you there's really nothing on Amazon that's worth talking about, because the prices are enormous right now because of the new graphics cards coming out. So they figure they lace up their boots and make it more expensive for you to buy a graphics card right now because all the new ones coming out. And so let's go to Newegg. Let's go to Neweggless. And we go right to the top here, and then graphics card. I mean, if I wanted to look at all RTX, I just go to the top and type in RTX. So 7900 XT, wow, right here. 7900 XT, 20 gigabytes of VRAM, GDDR6, PCIe 4.0 x16, $650. Guys, if you're seeing this video right now and you go on Newegg and you find the Sapphire Pulse Radeon RX 7900 XT for $650, jump on it. 20 gigabytes of VRAM. That'll definitely play the games you want to play. If you can't get a graphics card right now and you really want one, then there you go. I mean, 20 gigabytes of VRAM, you can't beat that. Not unless you want to be the kind of person that's going to wait for the 9070 XT or the 9070 or a 9060 version. That's up to you. But they got a B580. Wow, first time seeing this. But they don't tell you. $260, add on $10, it's $270 for the Onyx Odyssey Arc B580. If you're looking for a B580, you're going to be paying $270, not including tax. So, if you're looking, and they got this one here for $280, the Onyx. So, that's if you're looking for it. If you're looking for a 7900 XTX, they got one here for $870. Newegg's got some good deals going on right now. I can see this. The 7800 XT we just got done talking about for $480. Let's see. You see this. Recently launched the 5080. $1,219. So much for the $999 MSRP. So they're looking to make a couple bucks, I can tell you. But here we got Gigabyte, $1,200. That's a little bit cheaper, but not much, by nickels and dimes. But it's out of stock. Limited time offer, whatever that means. No, I don't recommend that. It can be very limited time offer because that's a scam. To me, I consider it a scam. Out of stock, Asus. Seems the partner cards are just out of stock. Whoa. Hold the horses. Hold the horses. If I'm reading this right, and I know you all are reading this right, whoa. Make sure you get this information here. $490. They got the 70, well, that's, never mind, that's 78. I thought that said 7,900. See, I done got you all excited thinking you were going to get a 7,900 XT for that price. That would have been a screamer, though. I would have told you. It would have been sold out in the first 5 minutes, guarantee that. So, there's the 7900 XT for $690. But it would be nice to see a card like that. They got the 79, well, no, I don't think so. Nope. You just got to watch very carefully. 4090. Look at this. 4090. $4,300. What can you do for $4,300? Let's see. Let's go back to that really quick. Right here. $4,300. Well, let's get the calculator out. I know you guys love the calculator, so I got to get it out one time or another. Okay. So we take $4,300 and we minus it. Let's say we get a $550 graphics card. That's one. We get, let's say, $100 in system RAM. And we get a $229 motherboard. We can get a $600 processor. Let's see. We got the RAM, motherboard, graphics card, CPU. We can get a 1,000-watt power supply for $169. So you got $169. Let's see what else. A case. You can get a $100 case. So put 100. You can get new system fans. Let's say you buy the decent ones for like $45. And let's say you want to get an AIO cooler, a decent one. That'll run you about maybe $139. So, and if you want to cheap out on that, you can get them for $50. I would do the 55. Well, yeah, I would say $60 for an AIO 360 mil cooler. So $60. So, and you know the funny thing is, if you read right here, 2447. If you look at it, you can build 2 PCs. And if you really stretch it, you can build 3 PCs. 3 PCs with this one graphics card. Does that make sense to you? This doesn't make sense to me. Why would I want to build 3 PCs and only get one graphics card? I couldn't build a PC then, spending that kind of money. That's just plain ridiculous. That is a scare tactic. This is scare me, no. Use your brain when you do this. I just showed you, in an estimate, you could build a whole PC for half that price. A decent one, too. So, you could build one with the 9800X3D for half that price. And get a decent $550 graphics card, like the 5070, when they come out in February. If they have enough. They probably will. Who knows? But still, you have all that ambition. If you spend more than $4,000 on a graphics card, you should have your head examined. I mean, look at this. They got the 4070, $1,150. You could buy 2 of them for that price. Actually, if you look at it and you come down to it, let's clear this out. $1,150, right? So, let's say we want to get 2 5070s. So we minus 550 minus 550 minus. You save a whole $50. And $50 will buy you another case. You can buy another PC case and build 2 PCs for this price. Or update your PC case and you already got the fans. It's common sense. So, don't spend more than what it's worth. And I'm just being honest with you. If you spend more than what it's worth, then you should be shot. Like the 3090 here for $1,690. Why would I spend that? Why would I spend that when I can get an RTX 5070 with all the new software for $550 in February? Does that make sense? This doesn't make sense here. So, yes, I am using that 5070 as a comparison because I got the 4070 and I got, when they launched the new software yesterday and I picked up on it and I tested it out, which I'm going to take you guys along sooner or later on a live video, so do stay tuned for that. I tested it out I'll tell you what, it's better than what it was on the 566.36. Now they upgraded it to what, the 537 something. I can't remember all the numbers, guys. You're going to have to remember it, for me and put it in a comment below. But I can tell you what, whoa, I'll tell you what it is. We'll go to the drivers. 572.16. This is the new setup. We'll talk about this on a different video for a different time. But they got a lot of good stuff in here. And going to Cyberpunk 2077, they got FSR2, they got FSR3, they got frame gen, they got DLSS transformer model. And you're seeing this right here, transformer model. Well, let me do this. Let me blow it up for you. How about that? We're going to blow it up. We're going to figure out how. And we're going to come here. And then we're going to scale it. And we'll make it. Oop. That's too big for that one. That was my monitor. Sorry. Okay. My bad. Let me go to the top. Hit number 2. And then let me go to this. And make it bigger. Minimize it. Now, hopefully you all can see this right here. Right here. Transformer model, guys. Look at this. Ray reconstruction, frame generation, path tracing, ray traced lighting, ray traced local shadows, ray traced reflections, ray traced sun shadows, ray tracing, resolution scaling. Everything you can think of. Everything you can think of. From A to Z. Everything. Look, I hope you're excited. I'm excited. After I get done with this video, I'm going to take and turn around and I'm going to play on Cyberpunk. I'll probably do that too, yeah. So, let me drop this down so that way it'll be a little bit better. Okay. Now that you guys got me all excited, now, back to the storyline. As you can see, they got the 4090 here. Don't pay that. You'll shoot yourself in the foot for that. 4090 is not worth that. 4070 Ti is not worth that. 3070, nope. 7900 XTX, definitely not. And, no. Now, let's go to Micro Center. Micro Center. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little goofy today. It must be because all them people standing out in the rain at Micro Center. It must be. Waiting for the 5090 and the 5080. I feel bad for you guys, seriously, because I would have never done it. I could have done it, but it's not worth me getting sick and having lung issues. No, it's not worth it. For all you youngins out there, it's worth it to you because if you get your hands on it, that's definitely the thrill of the century. So, let's type in graphics cards. There. 5080. Buy in store. Whoa, looks like they got the 5080 over here for $1,250. So if you're looking for a 5080, you're going to spend $250 more on the 5080. So hopefully it'll still be in store by the time you get there at Micro Center, but it's a little too steep for me. Not when I can see that the 7900 XTX is $880. That's a little bit better in the wheelhouse. Let's see, what do we got here? It's cheaper on Newegg. Still a little cheaper on Newegg. That's not too bad. That's not too bad for $619. Anything that's above $630 for the 4070 Super is not going to be worth it. It's available in the store for pickup, guys. This is not online buying. This, you have to go to the store. I know it seems like it'll be a waste of your time. By the time you get there, you think it might not be there, but you can rest assured, maybe if you call ahead or do some kind of pre-order thing, or they hold your credit card line or whatever, you might be able to get your hands on it, and they'll lock it in a little thing for you, and you won't miss out on the action. Not sure if they do that. It would be cool if they did, where you can call ahead and pay for it, and that way they're waiting for you, so you don't have to fight all the lines. You know, I wish they would start doing that. You don't hear much of people doing that anymore. Years ago, they used to do that, to where you can take and call them on the phone and say, hey, I like to purchase this. Here's my credit card number, and they put it in manually and everything else. But they don't do that anymore. That sucks. So, just going through really quick to see if there's anything of value for you, because if you go to Micro Center, you want to know exactly what they have. And they might have gotten restocked, because last time I looked at, a friend of mine told me that in Tustin, California, they were almost out of graphics cards. So it looks like that on their online in-store, this is supposed to be in-store. So hopefully they got some things that are in-store that's going to be worth your time, that's going to be worth you going down there, buying one of those, and then being happy and going home, plug it into your system, and find out that your system platform can't handle the graphics card. Ain't that something? I could already tell you that's going to happen with the 50 series, so if you're looking to get the best out of those graphics cards, even the 9800X3D got brought to its knees. And also, too, at CES, they had the 9950, what is it? 9950X3D that barely kept up with the 5090. So, keep that in mind. 16 core, 32 thread processor. Supposedly the fastest on the market right now. And believe it or not, can't even keep up with, this is just too funny, cannot keep up with, the CPU can't keep up with the graphics card. So that makes it a bad part. A lot of people ask me, Jay, should I go and get me a 50 series graphics card? To be honest with you, with all the perks they gave with the 40 series, if you can't get a 50 series right now, stick with your 40 series. Don't sell it. I would not sell any one of my graphics cards. I would have one for every generation, which I'm building right here for the channel, getting every generation. So this way we can do our testing and diligence and give you guys the honest opinion on the benchmarks, and so you can see what the real deal is, and believe it or not, see how I would benchmark when it comes to graphics cards and what platform I would use. Yes, you guys can say, well, Jay, you use a AM4 series platform, but I use the high-end AM4 series platform. Not the low end, the high end. So if I want to go to a higher end, I can get me a 5950X, 16 core, 32 thread processor to rock along with this. Because it would be, the whole purpose of getting the X series processor is because it does both gaming and content creating. I'm not interested in just having one processor do just for gaming. I want one that is multiple choice. So basically, when you look at it at the end of the day, you have a computer that's multitasking in content creating and gaming at the same time. Two for the price of one. So basically, if I paid $1,300 for this, basically, I got one that does both. So now it's $2,600. The value is a lot higher because it does both. People take it for granted that they build their computer, they build it just for one side, but then later on down the road, they decide they want to get into content creating, but now they have to change the processor, and now they have to change their motherboard, and now they have to change the graphics card instead of just buying it right the first time and get it for both. And that's 100% honest up front with you all. If you're going to do it right. Set yourself up for future reality. Futuristic terms. Set yourself in place. If you're going to do it right, get a 1,000 watt power supply, get a decent case with great airflow. That means coming in the front, great airflow going up and out. If you don't, you're going to have heating issues. You want to avoid all heating issues. And if you want something that's really decent, get yourself a high-end air cooler so you don't have to worry about an AIO cooler for your CPU. Get one that you did your research on that gives the best cooling for air-cooled. That's the best way to go. So, me, I like the AIO coolers. Yes, I like the air coolers too, but I like the AIO coolers is because the way the heat comes from your CPU goes in through the water, the liquid that's there, and then travels and flows up through the radiator and pushes out on the top of the case. So basically it dispenses the heat out of the case without hitting your motherboard. Unlike that, the 50 series has fans that flow through and heat up your CPU. Doesn't matter if it's AIO or air cooled. It overheats your CPU. So this is the reason why I'm not running for the 50 series Founder Edition. And also too, hearing that they use liquid metal with the 5090. Now if I got me a 5090 with liquid metal, what if I wanted to put it vertical? And let's say over a year's time, the seal that's around, that where they're supposed to keep that liquid metal sealed in around the GPU die. What happens if that seal, after the heat expansion and the heat and cool, and that seal breaks, and all that liquid metal just runs all over the PCB, shorts it out, guess what you're left with? A $2,800 brick, if the AIB partners did it that way. Now, if they didn't, God bless you. But with the 5090 Founders Edition, they did it that way. Shame on you. And everybody's running for the 5090, you're best off to get the 5080 at that point, because they used thermal paste with the 5080. One reviewer had a breakdown view of the 5080, and it had thermal paste. And that's the Founders Edition. So, keep that in mind. Positive tips for you. So if you go in to buy something, and it's $2,800, make sure the AIB partner cards are thermal paste. Make sure you ask that question, which I think they might be. Not totally sure, but we'll find out, and I'll let you know on the live stream or next week. But as far as the 5080, knowing it's concreted, it's in thermal paste, you'll be more than safe for $1,000 if you can get it for that. Or you spend, from what I've seen online, $1,300 for a 5080. That still approaches the $1,200 MSRP that they used for the 4080, the 5080. The 5080 is approaching the 4080, actually exceeding the 4080 by about almost $100. So yeah, I would say $1,300 for an AIB partner card, but with the 4080 itself, it's going to be well over $1,200 MSRP. So MSRP to MSRP, the AIB partners match the 4080 to 4080. Not the 4080 Super, which the 4080 Super was $1,000. So, but all in all, let's get to the point of the end of the video. I said my 2 cents, and I hope you guys take everything that I said like gold, because when it comes to the partner cards, they might be the best way to go, because they use thermal paste. And plus, they got an overclock mode. And also, too, on benchmarks, that the overclocked AIB partner cards are a lot faster than the FE models. And you can overclock the AIB partner cards to get up to 3.2 gigahertz on the clock. I was shocked when I seen it. Some people are saying they got up to 3.3 gigahertz. So, good news for NVIDIA. On the AIB partner cards, FE model, not looking so good. But now, let's go ahead and go back to the action screen so we can see the ending of the video. All right, we're back here once again. I know it's back and forth today, but you know, why not? Let's go to e-waste. I mean eBay. You're gonna love this. Okay, now I'm gonna type in. I don't have to. It's right here. 5090. Well, RTX 5090. Unless they cleared it out, but it looks like they got a new listing for a graphics card for Founders Edition for $2,000. Okay, here's the deal. You see this right here. Read description, guys. Let me blow it up for you a little bit so that way you can see it. Okay. Read description right here. That's a problem. That is a problem. Look at this. A 5090. Guys, this is a 5090 OC from Gigabyte. $22,000. I can't make this shit up. Look at this. I cannot make that up. I cannot make this up. This is stupid ridiculousness. $22,000 for a graphics card. And they even give you free delivery. My God. You could buy one of those big GPUs from NVIDIA for that same price. One that's big. This is like small. For $22,000. That's sick. That is sick. These people are sick in the head. Look at this. Confirm pre-order. Look at this. Scam. Look at this. 3,700. I can't make... guys, I cannot make this shit up. This is from Canada. Look at this. This is right here. $10. And they charge you delivery on top of the 4,700? Really? Oh my God. Look at this. $3,000. Look at this right here. Founders Edition. Looks like somebody's selling their the sample that they got from NVIDIA for $6,000. That's an NVIDIA sample. $6,000 in hand. 5090 Founders Edition. And they charge you the delivery too. You are that damn greedy. You charge $6,000 and plus $26.86 for the delivery charge? You got to be sick out of your mind. Look at this. It says NVIDIA GeForce 5090. Brand new GeForce NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. 3090 for $2,500 and charge you delivery too. You see, there's a problem. That's a scam right there. That's a scam waiting to happen. So, let's see, 5090 pre-sale confirmed order. Look at this. Confirmed order. Don't get stuck in this. Don't pay this price. And I just got done explaining that to you. Don't pay that price. Bidding $1,199. This, I don't know. I can't. I'm just going to tell everybody, stay the hell away from eBay right now. Look at this, 5090, and anybody can make up a fake chart and say, look, this is confirmed, and scratch everything out and make it look like it's real. 6,200. They got to be sick out of their goddamn mind. You guys got to be totally out of your tree with this. 5090. Look at this. Graphic double check description. $700. 5090. Guys, this is what I'm going to tell you. This says check the description. Guess what? Scammers. eBay scammers. So, now you know that's a scam. Look at this. MSI. $4,000. Pre-sale. Look at this. FE pre-sale. Look at this. Scammers. Scammers. They've been taken off by eBay. Look at this. $6,500. New in the box. They want you to pay for that. $6,500 for an open box. Look at this. This is crazy. This is insane. And no, I would not buy it from that person. I'm sorry. No, no, no. Scam Central. Okay, you guys wonder what scalpers look like? This is scalping. This right here is scalping. Number one, right here. That's scalping. This one right here, anytime you see it says read description, this is not the card. This is not the card. Go to the description. The GeForce RTX 5090 GPU includes 32 gigabytes ultra fast, blah, blah, blah. It says disclaimer, if you are not a human, do not buy this. Bots welcome. Okay, please read carefully. This is a piece of paper. Do not spend $1,000 on a piece of paper, guys. This is not real. This is just a picture of one. This is not real. So don't get stuck buying a $1,000 piece of paper. Paper is not worth the ink it's written on for $1,000. So this says photo only. Picture delivery bonding sale. See, immediate dispatch picture delivery bonding sale. It's a piece of paper. My God. Piece of paper. That's all you're going to be purchasing is a piece of paper. This one right here, 5090, brand new, $1,825 from Hungary. No. Sorry. That's a scam. 7 bids for $6,600. Are you guys out your damn tree? You guys must be out your damn tree. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa, guys, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up right here. $100,000. $100,000. I cannot make this crap up. No way. I cannot make it up. I cannot make that shit up. There is no way I can make that up. But you know what? Pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes. Wait until March. Slow it down. If you got a 40 series graphics card, hold on to it until March. Let things calm down. I mean, guys, look at this. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Seriously. Cannot make this up. Whew. And if you can't see it enough, let me do this. Let me blow it up for you even more. We blew it up for you. Look at it. These prices are six. Right here. I blew it up for you. And you know what I'll do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hit print screen. I'm going to hit full screen. And then I'm going to bring it back to you guys. And then I'm going to come down here. And then I'm going to hit new. And then I'm going to hit paste. And then I'm going to hit crop. And then I'm just going to take and should leave the girly on there. And, you know, we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and do this and hit done. And then we're going to hit canvas. And I'm going to have to save this. This I'm going to have to save. I'm going to save this because this is monumental. I have never ever seen a graphics card worth over $100,000. No way in hell. Okay. Now that you guys got my final thoughts on the scalping that's going on, the scalping sensation on e-waste, all the disappointments that you're finding on Amazon, Newegg, and I was able to actually find 15080 at Micro Center, but it's in store, and that's in California, Tustin, California. Whew, God. This is worse than going shopping. All this excitement is just, it drained me. It drained me, guys. And I know it's going to drain you too, but also too, if you made it to the end of the video, hit that subscribe button and the like button, and also too, turn on your notifications so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time, I got to do this right. Until the next time in the next video, you know what it is, and we'll see you on the next one.